Hello, welcome to another corner review where I sit in my corner and I review a film. This week I will be reviewing Close Encounters of the Third Kind. A few facts about the film before I get started. Came out in 1977, the same year as another big high-profile sci-fi film, which you might have seen. Directed by Steven Spielberg. Stars Richard Dreyfuss, who also was in Spielberg's previous film before this one. It involved a shark, a boat, and some people getting eaten. You may or may not have heard of it. So anyway, the whole plot to this movie is that Dreyfuss plays a line worker who has a run-in with UFOs, and after that event, he is drawn to this mountain where he feels that something spectacular is about to happen. One of the things that I really liked about this movie was it was one of the first films to really portray aliens as good guys. I mean, you had other movies back in the 50s and 60s, such as War of the Worlds and Day the Earth Stood Still, which had some threatening aliens. This one portrays them as, nice creatures, just passing through. So that's one thing I liked. And it also helped to elevate the almost non-existent sci-fi genre along with Star Wars. Okay, the 77 film was Star Wars, in case you didn't guess. So, and other than the 50s and 60s, we had Star Trek. But yeah, this film and Star Wars really gave sci-fi a voice and said, hey, sci-fi is an actual genre. People can enjoy that, and it can actually be a legitimate genre. So that's one thing I enjoyed about this movie as well. And I also enjoyed the effects in this. I mean, they're a little bit outdated now, but for the time, they were really good practical effects. I mean, yeah, it looks fantastic, even on Blu-ray. And on the Blu-ray, actually, there are 3 different versions of the film. There's the standard theatrical cut, which was released in 1977. There's the special edition. And then there's the director's cut, which I watched when I was reviewing this film. And, yeah, and there's 3 different versions. Each version is longer than the next. But, yeah, 3 different ways to go on Blu-ray. So, yeah, I saw this in the store a couple weeks ago, and I just had to pick it up because I hadn't seen it in years. Now, there are some things that I don't care for that much. I mean, obviously, some of the puppetry looks fake because it's from 1977. I mean, I'm not faulting the movie for that. I also didn't like a couple of the female characters. Nothing sexist about it. Just, they were a little bit obnoxious. There's a little boy that gets kidnapped in the movie by aliens. I mean, if you've seen the movie, you know. And his mother is obnoxious. She's played by the same woman that played the mother in the Christmas Story, which, everyone's seen that. And, for the first 20 minutes of the movie, Barry, 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 over and over again, and I went nuts. Eventually it stops after the kid gets kidnapped, and then she meets up with Dreyfuss. And then also Dreyfuss's wife in the movie, I didn't really care for that much. I thought she was a little bit rough on him. I mean, I know his story sounded crazy, but she should have at least given the benefit of the doubt, and she didn't. I mean, she just assumed he was an idiot just because he was saying all this stuff about aliens. And another thing that I really liked about this movie is how it drove his family away, quite literally, actually. I mean, because it drives him nuts, and there's actually real character development in this film because he starts becoming obsessed with this mountain and seeing visions and knows something's going on at this mountain. So that's one thing I enjoyed. There was character development. He really collapsed until, if you've seen the movie, I'm not going to spoil it, but something big happens and he is redeemed. So yeah, anyway, I would definitely check out Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I mean, I got it on Blu-ray here, but I know it's on DVD. I'm sure it's on Netflix, so yeah, you should go and check this film out because it's really one of the most iconic sci-fi films ever made, and I enjoyed it. I hadn't seen it in a long time, but yeah, watching it while making this video, I mean, it was a really fantastic film, so I really, really recommend you check it out. I'd give it like a 9.5 out of 10, if not a 10. So remember, if you like what I do, to subscribe, like, and share.